So I had posted me some escort ads or whatever. And between the months of January, when I was left out on the streets like this before, and none of my family would help me, and some men had picked me up and tried to sex traffic me or make me do fraud, credit card fraud, and I wouldn't do that. I was like, I'm just posting me some escort ads or whatever, because I ain't about to be letting them sex traffic me and all of that. I charge for my time. Ain't nobody finna be pimping me. So from January, February, March to April, I had started escorting, and I was able to get me a rental car. I was able to pay for my own hotel room. I never brought no man to my hotel room or whatever. Like, I'll go meet them somewhere and, we'll chill, talk, get to know each other, same old, same old. And a lot of men was angry, and they was trying to like set me up, to like make it seem like I was prostituting, and a lot of women was getting jealous. I mean, I could afford to get me clothes, my hair, and I had, when I first started, I had got me a little Nissan Rogue that I was renting, and it was expensive. Like, I ended up paying like $1,200 for like a month of keeping that one for like almost a month, and that's a lot. If you pay a car note for like $400 or $500, that's a lot. $1,200 a month, that's a lot of money. But I remember I had this little blonde wig on, and I was wearing this little trench coat, and my trench coat was green, and I had my heels on, and everybody was following me and watching me on the road, and I didn't realize what was going on, because now I know, since I haven't been in a rental car, like, I know people swarming around and following me, yeah. But at the time, I did not realize just how bad they were swarming around me and following me, but they were doing it then. And I recognize it now that they've been doing that. They was doing that when I was released from the jail, and while I was in the house with my son, they were swarming around me too. So, and back to this vision that I had. So I see a girl, and she looked just like Beyonce or whatever, and she have my style. And I said in the spirit, I was like, oh, they must have liked my style, because I was like, oh, they like my style, because it was not like the Destiny Child Beyonce style. No, it was the Andrea Jones style. Like, I don't know if somebody got any pictures of me from when I was escorting y'all, but man, when I tell y'all I'm one of a kind with my style, I'm one of a kind with my style, and if you bite off of it, you bite off of it, and period, and I can tell. So, I was like, oh, she must have liked my style, because like, the way her hair was, like, I'll take mine out of the braids, and I'll just let it rock it like a fro, like here, with the blonde and the braids or whatever, and then I just wear the trench coat by itself with the little heels or whatever, and be banging, and the Holy Spirit was like, oh, they like your style. Like, I was like, oh, they like my style, and that was back when I was escorting, so that means people know that I had to escort, and they still did not help me, watching me or knowing that I was having to escort, straight out of the jail with no help, no one letting me into shelters and stuff, and nobody still didn't help me. But instead, people want to tear me down and have me looking like this all on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make it seem like I'm some dirty, low-down prostitute, and I'm not. And I have had men trying to pick me up. But I met a man named James Devon Harris at the gas station, actually not too far from here, on by Cypress Creek Parkway, 1960, because I just passed that gas station the other day when I went and got me some food, yesterday, as a matter of fact, and I realized that was the gas station where he had picked me. No, he didn't pick me up. I was driving in a rental car, and he had asked to pay for my stuff, and I came out with my little boots and heels on, and I had my hair, done, and I had my little booty shorts on, my little blue Daisy Dukes, and I had a cute little black blouse to go on it. And you could not tell that I was pregnant, because I always sucked it in. Like, I'll show y'all, I'll try to show you on my OnlyFans, or I could probably try to show you now, because because I'm so small.
Officials confirm at least 4 people are infected with a new, possibly more contagious COVID variant.
So I can suck it in, you know, for my job. But if you get close to me and you look, you'll see the baby moving and stuff. And then I done had people like, oh, girl, your stomach moving. Like, and I'm like, you know, not wanting to say, well, I'm pregnant, you know, because with my job, like sometimes I'll pose on certain pictures and, you know, you can see like right now, but I can suck it in and put my arms up behind my head and pose, you know, who Jesus, to where you can't really tell. And so I was doing that on my escort pictures and stuff. And when I had met James that day, yeah, I had on a looser fitting top, so, and I was smaller, like I wasn't eating as much, and I was smaller, and he asked to pay for my stuff, and then he called me, he asked for my number, he called me, and I had told James, I was like, look, I'm an adult entertainer. I was like, if you want to spend time with me, you know, you're going to have to pay for my time. And he was like, well, I'm looking for a wife and I'm looking for someone to marry, you know. But that's how I basically stopped escorting. And he was actually setting me up. And it was not like, oh, it was some, you know, I'm going to say the Holy Spirit let me know that people were setting me up to have me murdered in the facility, because I've been pregnant this whole time with the same baby from the jail. You know, they never gave me no medical care. They left me out on the streets. They been tried to set me up to be sex trafficked when I first got out of the jail. You know, so this is just ridiculous. And I took control over my life when I started posting my escort ads, and they was trying to stop me from posting any ads as well. So I wouldn't be able to have no income, because once that money get put in my hand, I can leave if you try to mistreat me or abuse me or make me do anything that I don't want to do during the time that we have together. I know my rights. I read it all. I looked up the legal matters of it. And if I ain't advertising no sex to you, and we ain't said this was for sex, and I got my money, and I can go. You know what I'm saying? I done had to leave situations with dudes just trying to play me, you know. But they didn't want me to have no income for anything. And I understand they were trying to paint this narrative because I can sing. You know, I got songs on my channel. I have a voice. I have talent. I'm going to sing for the Lord. There might be some things that I had to get out of my system, or I get out of my system for now. But when it's all said and done, all the glory that I'm going to give is to my God for bringing me through what he gave, what he brought me through. You know, I ain't finna be up there. Now, God did let me know, you know, he might got some projects in store for me that I don't really know about, and that's cool. But ultimately, I want to give glory to the Most High God with my voice, you know, because look at everything that I'm going through. So how dare me not get up there and sing praise to my God when everybody know that every word off my tongue is Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, God help me, God brought me through this, la 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 la. So that'd be real fake for me to make it through this and then turn around and be like, oh, well, I ain't gonna sing to him, I'm never gonna give him praise. Like, that's wrong. And that I'll be right back in the same position, crying out to him, looking dumb, you know. So I'm not even gonna do that. I got some songs I want to record, yeah, but as far as my ultimate career goal move is to have a gospel album, a gospel R&B album. To where I can mix it up how I want, but still praise my God. So anyway, back to the Solange thing. So she basically, like, her or Beyoncé, because they look so much like, had my whole style from like when I was escorting. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm a little upset because I don't like the way these women have torn me down in Texas to make it seem like I'm just this bum bee on the streets. You know, oh my God, like. And I didn't know that it was Solange until they was doing this little dance, and you know, bending over and then doing this little dance or whatever. And it was like her and some other girls, and I was like, just looking, you know, in the spirit with God. And I didn't know what was going on, because half the time you be asleep, you don't know what's going on. And so then she went into the bedroom. She went into a bedroom, And I was thinking in my heart, and there was some kids in the living room, and I was like, it was a lot more happening, but I cannot remember. The Holy Spirit handles everything for me. He is my representative. He is my counselor. He is my defense. He is my voice. He speaks for me. He handles all of my business for me. So anything that's going on in visions, dreams, visitations, the Holy Spirit is handling it all. And he's not going to let me remember nothing that he don't want me to remember. And ain't nothing nobody can try to fog my mind from remembering, because God is going to let me remember key details of something that he wants to allow me to remember. So,